Hi, Miss Liz. Miss Liz. Good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, you can tell it. You show me the thing, right? Oh. No, just one for them. Lakeisha.
Hello there, how are you?
Hi, darling. Who else is joining you?
Miss Taylor and Miss Strawn. They in the back, they backstage.
Taylor and Miss Strong.
Backstage, are you right here?
I have another interview right behind y'all, so I'm just trying to decipher who is who.
You know
Okay,
your
so
girls, Empress. You know your
I
girls.
know I maybe somebody new and I know them, so I don't be disrespectful and leave
I
them
hear
out.
you.
So here we go. We rolling.
It shows on that way. I'm not free your mind. But never die. You are right. Not free your mind. From the ghetto to the office. Hustling through the sky. From the fuse to parliament. All want to free the mind. I got to free my mind. Release you. I got to free my mind. Release you. It's about the time.
Star 106 hits indeed. Time to free your mind right here on a Wednesday. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday here on the Star. Good to be in your company as always. Today's show is powered by none other than KFC. Thank you to Kalik, City of Hope, formerly Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Thank you to the Nassau Cruise Port, Eddie Minnis live this weekend. Yes, indeed. Thank you to the 6th Caribbean Baseball Cup, Pinder Tile. Thank you to the Agriculture and Marine Resources. We're getting ready for the Anchor Awards. And ESC Distributors getting ready for Best of the Best, November the 2nd at Super Club Breezes. All right. And tickets are already on sale for that. BahamasEtickets.com. And one time for Solomon's. All right. Good to have you in my company as always. Thank you to everybody joining us. 106.5 on the FM band, channel 976 on cable, and of course to the Facebook faithfuls always present, Star 106 and Natural Empress. With that said, we have a very, very packed show today. First, kicking things off, it's about that time once again to pay a toll and go over the bridge and relax over there at Comfort Suites. So good afternoon to the Comfort Suites family. Good afternoon to you guys. Always good to have you.
Good Empress. Happy to be here.
It's good to know. Anytime y'all come around, I know what that means, without even anybody telling me, there's something brewing and something good and something exciting. So please, by all means, as we now have entered the 10th month, we're almost there. What's happening over at what's sweet over there at the Suites?
We have plenty of things that are sweet, Empress. Good afternoon, Bahamas. It's Leslie Taylor here from Comfort Suites Paradise Island. And I'm here today to tell you about our fantastic fall sales. So, Empress, we have rates starting at $125 per night, plus taxes and fees. And of course, that's for single or double occupancy.
Okay.
Along with that, we also have our complimentary amenities. That includes your access to Atlantis, Aquaventure Water Park, daily complimentary full American buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, free parking, and of course, our favorite, the kids. Kids 11 and under stay, play, and eat free at Crusoe's Restaurant. So we also, for the month of October, included our 4th night free. So, we have a big holiday weekend coming up. We don't want our Bahamians, because this is just for our Bahamian local residents. We don't want y'all coming last minute because everybody have something going on. Everybody trying to come. You want to cross that bridge, clear your mind. Come over to Comfort Suites Paradise Island for that long weekend. You get your 4th night free. And on to that 4th night free, you will also be qualified for our food and beverage credit. So there's a lot going on here for the month of October.
And you know what's really lovely about this? I love when you say, for our locals only. It does something. It definitely sends a spark.
Yes, because, it's time to, internationals are great. We love them. But there's no love like our local Bahamians. We are a fully Bahamian management team. We are the Bahamians for the Bahamians. That is our foundation. So we wanted to give back. Every month we try to do something special just for our local Bahamian clientele.
Okay. Well, of course, we always look forward to the specials. The audience knows that once Comfort Suites is on the show, something is happening, something is brewing. There's a special. I just want to say big shouts out to the Crusoe family as well. You know, a lot of Bahamians have not gotten the memo as yet that you don't have to be necessarily staying at the hotel to enjoy the food and the ambiance that Crusoe offers.
That's
That's right. Empress. Checking in here just to remind everybody that Crusoe's is open to the general public. You do not have to be a resident guest, although piggybacking off what Leslie said, if you do partake in our fantastic fall savings promotion, you and say for a minimum of 3 nights, you're entitled to $50 in free food and beverage credit that can be redeemed at our Crusoe's restaurant. You do not and you are not required to stay in order to enjoy Crusoe's. We're open for lunch and dinner daily. 12 to 4 is the lunch period. Dinner is 5:30 to 9. Reservations are recommended for minimum parties of 8 or more. Groups of two, three, four, five, any number smaller than that, you're free to walk in. We offer indoor and outdoor dining. All the Bahamian specialties you can think of, the conkiest comforters this side of paradise, authentic Nassau grouper, your international favorites. We have the most succulent herb crusted rack of lamb that you will find, dare I say, anywhere in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And we
Wow.
are open daily for your dining pleasure.
Well, that was a mouthful, and definitely I'm here to attest to the fact that the food at Crusoe's is hands down. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, but don't take my word for it. Head on over. You know, the long holiday weekend is fast approaching. It's an ideal time to do some family time, some me time. And for those that want to make their reservation right now, no long talking, they're ready to do it. How do they do so?
All right, so listen up, Bahamas. We are going to give you the numbers to secure your reservation. We require 1 day in advance of your arrival date to
That's
secure
it.
your booking.
Mhm.
So the telephone number is 605-6300-636-3180. You can also WhatsApp us at 55 Suite. That's 55 SUITE. Also, we can take your messages via reservations at comfortsuitespi.com or sales at comfortsuitespi.com. There are many ways to get in contact with us. You could also continue to watch us on our social media platforms that consist of Facebook and Instagram. Handles are Comfort Suites Local Residence page or our Crusoe's restaurant. We have all the dinner specials that we have nightly. We have every promotion that is going on for our locals is right there at your fingertips. So cheers to comforting days and sweet night.
I love it. I love it. Now we've not heard from Yasmin. Good afternoon to you, Mrs. Strawn. How are you?
Hi, Empress.
How are
Empress,
you?
you did hear from me. I was the Crusoe's foodie.
Yes, 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 yes. So okay. So we've spoken to everybody.
Yeah, but you just wanted to call my name.
I did. I did. I did.
I'm here. I also want to add a little extra tidbit since you circled back to me. Just
Okay.
reminding the Bahamian public about our refurbished, refreshed, and renewed
What's that?
in-room suites. All of our suites now bear brand new furniture. This includes the headboards, the dresser drawers, the sofa beds. We're just now fully outfitted in each suite on both of our wings within the property with the upgraded furniture. So when you come on down and enjoy all the fantastic fall savings, you will be able to enjoy our upgraded furniture.
Well, you know, Bahamian like new things, and everything we like new things. So that's great news. Oh man. Anything else you ladies would love to add as we encourage Bahamians to slow down and get off the hamster wheel from time to time and just really, really relax? And Comfort Suites is the ideal place for those to just chill. Just chill.
Yeah, especially with the break for the holiday. Also remember, once your children are 11 years and under, they stay, play, and eat free. So always remember that plus when you're thinking of a staycation.
All right, so there you have it. Once again, although one of our listeners has so graciously put all the numbers on the screen for us. Thank you, Miss Hamilton. But
Thank
once again,
you.
please reiterate how they can definitely sign up today.
All right, so once again, the telephone numbers are 636-3680. Sorry, 363-3680. I'm looking at the number on the screen for Miss Hamilton. Sorry. And also WhatsApp is 55 Suite. That's 557-8483. So let's get to dialing these numbers. We're waiting for the phones to ring so we can secure your reservations today.
All right, ladies, it's always so nice to have you. We're really excited that you've extended this to the 242 once again, and we look forward to having that wonderful holiday over at PI and enjoying everything that the suite has to offer.
Yes, thanks so much for having
Thanks,
us.
Empress.
Thank you. And folks, y'all know what to do. Stick around. You know what it is. Free your mind on a Wednesday, a Wellness Wednesday. And part of wellness is getting some relaxation. So thank you to the Comfort Suites fam. And of course, keep it locked. We got our Eye in the Sky traffic report, followed by more right here on the Star. Thank you. Beats. Get him in for me, please.
It's pretty normal at this point. Each Street roundabout is having heavy traffic coming in from Eastern Highway. While the Blue Road roundabout is pretty normal still. Traffic in the Carmichael Blue Road area busy for this time, but still yet it's pretty normal. No real challenges there. Over 20 million dollars. You're talking about the westbound lane going into Smallville Highway. You run into a bumper line. They're stacked up. Take you a few minutes to get to that intersection. And already on Smallville Highway, the dual lanes getting up the south end are busy. No problems getting onto Platsy Road though from JFK. Still a good ride. No challenges there. And the ride along West Bay Street, pretty normal. Busy, but normal. No relative developments happening there. Over on the east end, it's an easy ride still through West Bay Street onto Montague. Get onto the eastern road, you can quite slow a bit, but not for very long. Before you get a better ride all the way home. It's the next hour, and we can go home around the street and things. Possibly to take it to this. Is that what that report? The service Jess Johnson, the only guards in the road. This could be some Bahamas.
I'll be sitting here.
You're able to call them 397-2100. It's 397-100 for more info about this service.
Actually, I got a question. Can I get a recording of this afterwards? I'll give you my email address.
This is the biggest one-day all-in concert of the year, featuring Kagan, D-Mac, Ivy, Mama Dick, Fun Shaw, Shotty 242, and more through Canada. It's going down November 2nd. Super Club Races Ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com or both Beauty Shack locations. Just admission $60. VIP Skybox and Skybox also available. More info, call 394-0819 or email keeperbylifetime242@gmail.com.
Thank you.
So thank you.
I'm extending my time so
Okay.
that we get it all in.
All right. I gotta be at Paradise Island 5:30 though.
5:30? Oh, yeah, you'll be good.
Okay.
Okay, you can tell your phone they're here.
Do you have a pen I can borrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know what?
Visit the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources Facebook page and click on the link provided to submit your nomination. Let's give our officials.
Okay, let me get them on so I can say hi.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Coach Kim and Dr. Seymour.
Dr. Seymour just hung up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, Doc.
And Coach didn't come back. I didn't see.
Let me call them both right now and tell them we're ready.
Yep. Yep, a sec.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you so much. What's your name?
I'm Darius.
Darius. Nice to meet you, Darius. And that's Express.
Express. Yeah, so he.
Hey, they're ready for you, so you can come back in anytime.
Okay, give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Like what express?
You know,
It says, I
Express
see
is
you
kind
mean
of,
I like it because it does
Yeah.
speak to me. It
Yeah.
speaks of me, right? So y'all have my new name. It's Express.
Express.
Okay, go let him, Dr. Seymour. Good afternoon, Dr. Seymour. How are you? Can you hear us?
Okay.
You're good?
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Someone,
You sound
CJ, you just called me?
Yeah, I was calling to let you know, come on, but you beat me to the punch, so we're good.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
ignore that.
That's
Yeah.
good, good, good.
Okay, and then
Absolutely.
we're looking for a coach as well.
Yeah, she
I'm
said
in
give her
my
one.
golfing mode here.
We can start. We can start,
Mhm.
and she can join us. So let's get started. And then whenever she clicks on, I'll just add her to the conversation.
Okay.
If that works with you.
So my buddy in here just now, Fred, I didn't see him in years.
For true?
Yeah.
You saw him in the
Yeah.
hallway?
Yep. We went to SAC together. Well, we were there for a little bit together.
Oh wow, yeah, I saw him. You saw, so that means you saw Eddie as well.
Eddie, yeah. That's the first time I ever met him.
Oh wow. Here we go. All right, so before you go any further, I'm gonna let you. Okay. Star 106 hits, Sounds of India, Ari right there with Therapy. And good afternoon once again to each and all locked and loaded. Good to be in your company on a Wellness Wednesday. And today is no exception. I'm very, very interested and very excited to introduce our guest this afternoon, Mr. Jervis, Mr. Cyril Jervis, who joins us. On a Wellness Wednesday. And of course, he's bringing some professional help along. We're going to introduce you to those persons in just a few. But please, by all means, Mr. Jervis, introduce yourself and tell us, what brings you to Nassau and to the Star studio this afternoon. Good to have you.
Oh, it's good to be here. It's good to be back home.
Say it again.
Absolutely. It's good to be back home, Empress.
Yes.
And I am excited to come because I'm on a mission. I have been given the initiative to introduce something that's just phenomenal, something that's going to be absolutely, that's a good word
Yes,
too, mind-blowing
Mhm.
and exciting because it's specifically to help our people here in the Bahamas.
Ooh,
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw the news quite recently.
Mhm.
We, as a small nation, a dot on the map, we ranked number 4 in the world for obesity.
I saw that. I said the U.S. was number 12. I said, we got to at least beat them.
Thank you.
Right?
You understand? So there's obesity. We have high levels of diabetes, lots
Yes.
of cancer. We've got everything, all the ailments that plague us,
Yeah.
and in great numbers. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear what it is you're bringing to the people of the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of information,
All right.
but I'm ready. We're all
Well,
ready.
you know
We're
what?
all ears.
It's just a little bit about me. I've been involved with health nutrition pretty much for the last 30, 40 years,
Ooh.
right? But last 12 years, I've been working in the social field where I help a lot of men come from homelessness into getting themselves in a place where they can transition into our society and become
love it.
productive citizens.
I love it. You need to come home and do that too.
You know what? There is a need here for that. In
For
fact,
sure.
and I'm going to be talking to Gemma about that later on today. But the
Okay.
thing is that the only thing that could have brought me out from doing that, because I loved it. It was a passion of mine. It was almost like a ministry, actually.
Absolutely.
But when I heard about this product and what it is and what it does and where it came from, my eyes were open. That desire in my heart to help people with their health and their wellness is something that I said, well, I got to at least check this out. So when I heard about it, was April 16th. So the company just started as a network marketing direct sales company in April of this year.
Ooh, recent.
Now, let me tell you something though. Prior to that, this product in another version was sold in Canada for the past 10 years with great success. The story I sent you about Tom Harper, who was basically cured, I guess I could use that word,
Mhm.
Of cancer because of his using this phytoplankton, which is what it is. It's a phytoplankton, okay? Anybody can Google that and you will hear and learn that it is the foundation, the origin, genesis of all nutrition.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have vitamin D, vitamin E, B12, 1 to 12, whatever. None of those will exist.
It won't
It wouldn't
exist.
exist if it wasn't for
Exactly.
phytoplankton, right? And so that really got my attention. But when I heard of all the testimonies, people were talking about how they were ailing in this area, whether it be backache or problems with with diabetes, problem with hypertension, skin problems, all these things, people were getting such phenomenal results that they just was just bombarding this company with this. So the gentleman who founded this, his name is David Hunter. He said, you know what, I want to help not just Canada, because that's where it was. It was in
Okay.
Canada,
Yeah.
right? He said, I want to take it to the world, but he couldn't take it to the world through the retail platform that he was using.
Mm.
So he said, I need to find another way. And so someone said, well, let's try this direct sales. And that's when he brought it to the US just about 4 months ago. And now we're just growing, we're developing, we're getting bigger, bigger every day. But the Bahamas is prime for this product right now because, to your point,
The numbers.
the numbers,
Oh yeah,
right?
astronomical.
I was fortunate to be a part of a seminar that Dr. Robin Roberts did in
Mhm.
Freeport a few days ago.
Oh, Freeport is sick.
Oh my goodness! And here's what he said. He said that nationally, the Caribbean is 80% people getting diagnosed with prostate cancer. I know we're celebrating breast cancer this month
I
starting
know.
yesterday, but this was home. I mean, it really touched my heart. Let me tell you why. I'm a cancer survivor also.
I
And
wonder.
by 2019, I was diagnosed, and praise be to God, to this day, I'm
Yeah.
still good, right? But my point is that I heard these numbers and I realized that this is the time for this product to be here in the Bahamas, for not just for the prostate cancer and the breast cancer, but those people are just suffering from hypertension, from chronic pain.
Mhm.
And so, you know how there are people that are in pain and they just accept it
They
because
just
that's
live
all
with
they
it.
know.
Yeah, they live with it, so they become so immune to it.
And so now we have an answer, right? And so that is why I'm passionate about being here. That is why I don't mind coming in and doing whatever it takes for people to hear the name Gadatana Original. I want this to become a household name here in the
Gadatana.
Bahamas. Gadatana Bahama. That's Coach Kim. So she came up with that. I didn't. So
I no, I love it. Well, Kim hasn't. Oh, she's here. Okay, let's also introduce her. But as well as Dr. Seymour has joined us as well.
yeah.
And what role does he play in all of
Well, you know
this?
what? I'm glad you asked that question because that's exactly what when I decided to come down here, I know I couldn't do it on my own.
Right.
I had to have a team. And so I have a team of individuals down here. We were on the radio earlier with Dr. Philip Hyler, who is here, Pastor Paul Scavalla, who was very big into the health nutrition in this area, and some others, right? But from Canada, all the way from Canada, we have Dr. Seymour. And I'm
Seymour.
telling you, when you hear him speak, use the word blown away, you're going to be
Yes,
blown
mind
away with his
blowing.
knowledge. When you hear Coach Kim speak with the passion she has and her desire to help our people here in the Bahamas, you're going to
Mm.
be blown away. So I can't wait for them to share
Well,
their stories
well,
and introduce them.
let us definitely introduce Dr. Seymour, who joins us. And Dr. Seymour, I just want you to know that you have a Bahamian surname. Were you
Oh,
told that yet?
no, the CJ, come on, you're missing out on that.
I'm not.
Oh, no, tell me, please.
Yes, you indeed have a Bahamian surname. If I didn't know better, I would think you were
Wow.
definitely from the Bahamas.
I would love to be, actually. That'll be a great first for me. Oh, oh my. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
So what
We're a,
role do you
we're,
play? Without
yeah,
any
go ahead.
for
Ask
the
what you'd like first. Ask what you'd like first, so I'll be able to follow you.
I'm sorry, say that
Any,
again.
would you like to ask me anything or just let me loose in the garden?
Oh, please, by all means, the floor is yours.
Well, I appreciate that. We're looking at three individuals here. CJ, Coach Kim, myself. There's other players behind, but we are a trifactor. And a trifactor to me is like what comes in a race. But we're not one, two, and three. We're a photo finish, nose to nose across that line, because we have the heart and soul of this program, product, the history, where this comes from in the Bible. We cannot leave
You're
this
not making it
alone
up. Yeah.
at all. So I just want to say I thank the other two leaders that are with me here for inviting me into this program. If it hadn't been for CJ listening to one of my talks for the company, and he was the only one, and I must say there's a reason why CJ was the only one, is because God said, call this guy, me, to him, And he called right after the call, and he appreciated the nature of the call. So, for the audience here today, there's a fair bit of common ground that this product takes. But I'm in the science. My basis is research. I'm a health professional, 43 years retired. I'm known for things that I've done in the world, front covers of magazines, research, published peer reviewed journals in areas outside of my core, which was rehabilitation. I was a top tier in Team Canada when we won the gold. I was a team doctor for the female side, and we brought all the gold back. And Wayne Gretzky, a very famous name in Canada, hopefully in the rest of the world, brought all the men. So that was 2002. And so I was asked to be part of that. Here again, what God does, puts someone like CJ and Coach Kim in a position to ask me to become part of this team. And so when you're asked to be part of it, it's better than me knocking on a door and saying, here's my resume, here, please read this, and so on. That never works.
Yes.
But by the praise of the Lord here in this moment, God Etana. Thank you, Coach Kim, for God Etana. I love it. That
I
was so
love
perfect because it is that case that God put in place for us the food that was created on the planet on the third day, and there was the water, the plants, the trees, and the ground. And then on the fourth day became the frequency of the radiation to hit onto the green, the chlorophyll, and the water to finally turn that around into the photosynthetic effect that gave us the oxygen on our planet. And we breathe out carbon dioxide, so we have a symbiotic relationship with the plants on this planet. God put it in place as a perfect creation. Here we are now, billions of years later, with an heirloom of the top tier of all of the species of the phytoplankton, the algae called Nanochloropsis gaditana. And that itself has the most abundant element, which is in there that makes this work. Everything else is there. It's like an orange. You have to have the full orange, or you're not going to get the benefits if you only take vitamin C. And when you
gotcha.
have the full, you're right. If we have the full components of food, and we chew it right, we do the proper things with it, and we don't, do the wrong things like eating it fast and all that because our stomach doesn't have teeth. But if we do the right things with a natural compound, this particular algae has a high degree of omega 3.
Mm.
Amongst that are over 200 other elements synergistic that make it work. Well, somebody might say, well, I'm going to go buy omega 3 from the shelf and I'm going to be fine. You're not going to be fine. That orange requires bioflavonoids, rutin, and jutin. And if you don't have those three together, it's just going to be vitamin C on the shelf.
Mm.
So, our compound God gifted to us has the ability to take care of one thing because of that omega 3 is inflammation in the body. When you have an active form of inflammation in the body, it's also called an allergic reaction. An allergic reaction is where the body is trying to fight something, and in the process, it may have an overabundant fight, which happened in the coronavirus. It was called cytokine storm, and people were inundated with inflammation on their chest wall of the lungs and so forth, and they were intubated. They were given simdesivir, other antibiotics, and before you know it, they were no longer part of
With
our
it.
wonderful planet. So
Exactly.
we got to be very crystal clear on this. This product, and I'm going to talk from a position of authority, and I'm going to say this in respects of authority of others that have done all the research. So I have researched this since day one and found, and I'm a researcher. If I wake up 2 o'clock, I'm going to say, hey Google, can you, tell me something because I have a need and a reason to fundamentally get down to the nitty gritty. This is what I found for all of your listeners that you can do no better than taking the Gaddy Tana product and taking it as I do twice a day. If you want it once a day, it will still do the job, but it takes care of inflammation. What is the importance of anti inflammatory? It causes a resonation back that the body is in harmony. Harmony is what we need as a calm in our body, a
Which is
calmness that
homeostasis.
it is homeostasis. For me, the calm has another word in Christianity. I'll leave that for later. Actually, I'll say it now. Christ aligns the life in me. CALM. And when we align our body with the foods we're eating, our spirituality, our relationships, our fellowship, everything that we need to have calmness in our lives, you can't go wrong. The product will do, based on my research, everything that anyone who's listening may say, well, will it take care of my kidney disease? Will it take care of my gallstones? Will it take care of a multiple sclerosis, of sclerosing of the brain? Well, how do I know this? I went and asked, and this is how I researched. I went and asked my research council called Google. Hey, Google, that's my boardroom of fellows that and so hey Google, hey Siri, hey Alexa, tell me if multiple sclerosis has a basis of inflammation at its start, its onset. And I did that with 20, 30 diseases. And I had other people do the same thing. And when you take care, and this is not taking a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, medicine is a poo-poo compared to Gaditana. That doesn't come close. But if you take an anti-inflammatory, which is the omega-3 part of our Gaditana, you are pulling it out of the body. The body goes through detox. It goes through healing crises as well, called Hertzheimer disease. And when you get this cleansing, and I had cleansing since the third day, I must tell you first my testimonial. I have eye issues, and I was able to see the moths and the little flies against the nighttime lights. And then if I look beyond that, I was able to see the stars.
Really?
And I thought, my God, are you kidding? But now to tell you to extrapolate, it goes like that to every disease. Why some are quick like mine. CJ, there was a gal last week, 4 hours. Was that the story you heard?
Yes. Yes.
Would you mind just bringing that forward on that person if you can recall? I think it's a very important point right now.
All right, Doc, we're going to take a quick break on that as he recalls.
Okay.
And of course,
Okay.
Coach Kim has been there looking for me all afternoon. We're going to talk to her in just a few. So folks, you know what to do. Keep it locked. Free on a Wellness Wednesday right here on the Star.
Full flavor without
Yep. Let's go.
No, Doc, you're a wealth of information.
Don't stop me.
I won't. This is
If you
amazing.
if you stop me, I'll die, and I don't want to die. This is too good to be true. So
No, but
thank you for that. Thank you
I
for that.
want people to understand that inflammation is the base of all of our problems.
Mm.
Inflammation in the body, and a lot of people don't understand that inflammation is happening even without warning signs. So,
Yes.
somebody may have an allergy and they know something is going on because it's topical. They can see it.
Right.
But a
Yeah.
lot of people have inflammation going on with no warning signs until something full blown happens in their body. So I need you to, even while we're on break, you can explain to the listeners, because they can still hear you, why
Okay.
it's important for you to still.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Shall I start at this point, and we'll leave CJ off the side here with that testimonial. Um, Inflammation is the rampage of our health in the opposite direction. We don't get anything moving forward in health unless we take care of that insidious, unknown, you can't feel it, but it's like a single grain or a molecule of iron that you don't see on your car. And the winter passes, and all of a sudden you see the silver dollar of rust. Where did that come from? Right? That's called illness. That's called illness, disease, diagnostic. That's something you can see. That's something you can scrape. You can take it to a lab and see that it's iron in it, and you can actually visually see it. Our bodies, we are in a human dilemma. That's what I call this whole thing. And
Okay,
why
hold
is
on.
that so?
Hold
Yeah.
on, we're going to go live again. But that was just for those on social media.
Sorry, Kelly. Yo, what up? What up? It's Wiz Khalifa.
Your number one source for today's hits and yesterday's favorites. 106 Hits.
Star 106 Hits, welcome back. Free your mind on a Wellness Wednesday. CJ is here with us. He's back home, a Bahamian who has a heart like none other.
Mm.
Why? Simply because he wants to make sure that the people of the Bahamas at large are well. CJ, thank you so much, of course, for bringing this not only just the product but the wealth of information
Yeah.
that comes with it. With, of course, your guest, Dr. Seymour, and I've got to at least hear what her voice sounds like, Coach Kim. Good afternoon to you, beautiful.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here.
So, what role do you play in all of this goodness?
You know, my bottom line is that nothing starts until the mind is in gear. You know, you can hear a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of statistics, but until your mind says, you know what, I'm done, I'm ready. It's time to get into a new groove, a new energy, a new solution mindset. So, you know, when we talk about wellness, you know, wellness is that holistic, concept, and people can be the thing that just it gets me every time. People can look one way, but
Oh,
they could
yes.
be literally whitewashed sepulchers that are just, just decay on the inside, but the outside looks a certain
Good.
way. So I want to just always inform and connect with and revive the internal, because once the internal is in space out in place, nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it, because even in the internal, moving to wholeness and healing, even the internal can grab onto something called gratitude and say, you know what, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be, and I'm
Mm.
continuing to move forward. I'm not giving up. I'm going to take one more step. I might not be able to take a leap, but I can take an inch, a step. And that step can move you into more success, can create momentum. And then when someone throws that baton in your hand that's got a
Ready
tanner,
to run.
you start to see more and greater in energy, and you're, a walking testimony. The game is over. It is absolutely over. And I'm just excited to have people take responsibility for themselves,
Yes.
right? So we can, there's a term, a proverb, we say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Drink.
But we believe that at least we can salt the oats. If we just make them thirsty enough to say, is it a possibility that I can get healed, right? Didn't Jesus say, do you want to be healed? Do you
Amen.
want, it's not an assumption. You
Mhm.
see people and you're like, oh, of course they want to be healed. Do they? Do they?
That's the real.
Not,
Yeah, that's the real question. Do they?
yes. Not
Yeah.
everyone is in that space. So those who want to be healed, those who, and I don't even mean from the Gadatana perspective, but I mean just the
Just
healing
generally.
that says, I'm ready, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired, I need something new, and I'm ready to move into the offense. And then we can have this real conversation with a product that will revolutionize their next chapter. So yeah,
All
that's what I am.
All right, coach. So, CJ, you're in the building with me. You're
Hmm.
here in the Bahamas. You see the level of sickness
Yeah.
that plagues us as a people. A lot of people are on 10, 15 different meds, and some still no results, some don't make it. How does one integrate Garitana with their prescriptive medicines? Because I know that's going to be a big question. This
Yeah.
sounds good, for some too good to be true,
Yeah.
but how do you integrate Garitana and your prescriptive medicines, for
Yeah.
instance?
Well, first of all, I would say this is that I'm not a clinician or a
Medical doctor,
medical doctor, right? And to be honest with you, Dr. Seema will probably be
best person
the
to
person to
answer.
adequately answer. But I will just throw my 2 cents in about
Okay,
now that you
be
gave me
real. Throw that
throw
two
my
cents.
two
Come on now.
cents in. But you know what? Reality is that there are so many people that are on medication, and I'll kind of tell the story that he was leading to. I have a young lady in my group, Fiona, who has been suffering from diabetes for years. I'm talking about a person who had 6 strokes, right? Who was ready to give up on life because she was just seemed like there was no hope. She started taking this products and she went from taking 18 medications down to now 3. Her numbers, and I don't remember the numbers specifically, but I know they were in the 18, 19, and it was down to like a 5 or 6. Her AC1 was lower. Everything. Now she's her skin was getting better. She has experienced so many things. She has a new lease on life right now, and she is saying, "Hey, guess what? I'm a lifer. I will never stop taking this product." So to your point, she did consult with her doctor while she was taking the Gadatana until they told her to get off of it. And so she was able to reduce
Wait,
that
they told her to get off what?
off the different medications of the she was at 18 different medications.
Not down to 3.
And now she's down to 3.
So tell me your personal testimony in
That's a
terms
great.
of taking.
I want Coach Kim to tell hers too because she's got a great one as well. But
okay,
for
well,
me,
you first.
yeah, for me was I took the product and the first thing I realized
Why did you
was
take
to
it? For what? Any particular ailment?
no,
Or just because you're
no,
a
just
survivor?
because I want to take it. I I had a little bit of blood pressure, but I'll tell you this, my blood pressure regulated, right? But and I found, and that wasn't why I took it. I just wanted to see what it was going to do for me. Yeah, you're talking about the source of nutrition,
Yes.
the superstar, the most powerful nutrition in the world. I want to see what happened to me. And the first thing I saw, and can I call you Empress?
Please.
Okay, I won't call you the other name yet. Okay. The first thing I realized, and most people will see this, will experience this energy. Energy, and you know, because we were talking this morning about the cells, and I always my mind, I got a crazy mind, right? My mind is like our cells. Imagine your cells being dirty all the time, just filled with gook and muck and just nasty, and then and then the next day is the same way, and the next day is the same way. What this product does is it deals with you on a cellular level. Get those cells cleaned up, and now those cells can function properly and have the vibration and everything that needs for you to have the answer. That's the first thing for me. The second thing for me was this. You know, as a Bahamian, we like spicy food, right? I like my pepper and my exactly with some pepper in it, right?
Yeah,
but every time I eat it, I go to bed at night, I'm suffering with heartburn.
Yeah.
So I started taking this product, and I'm telling you, I eat spicy food. Sometimes pizza does it for me. Spicy food does it for me. No more heartburn. So those are my two big testimonies.
Kim, Coach, what's yours?
Yeah, so I was excited to find out that it wasn't just for I'll just call it like elderly or even making as the body gets older, arthritis and inflammation, those types of things. I am athletic and I love, competition and all of that. And I found that my mind was outpacing my body. And I was playing pickleball and was having a blast at it. And I went this way and my knee went that way. And I was in pain. I'm saying for like 3 months pain. And it really got my undivided attention. I tried everything. Dr. Seymour talks about these people online. I was at YouTube University. Talk to me about what I can do outside of going to a physical therapist. And I looked at probably 10 physical therapists, tried all their stuff. And, and I even went to a medical doctor to say, is there something in the frame that's off? And they said, nope, the framework is okay. Nothing's broken, that kind of thing. But the inflammation was it had my undivided attention. And so I was in a lot of pain, limping here and there. It was just some things going on with my knee that I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. But I will say this, believe it or not, one of my blessings was just to honor people in pain. Oh my gosh, like before I could be like impatient and this and that, but when I went through that space, even running up the steps was like, oh no, not today. You're not running up any steps today. And so walking, everything became measured. And that gave me really a fresh perspective on the challenges that people go through. And it helped me to just calm down and just be more compassionate. And so within, I would say about 5 days, my pain went from like a level 8 to about a level 3, and I could visually see an impact because the inflammation around my knee was spongy. I'd never seen that before. On different parts of my knee would sprout up here and there. And so, that went away and I started playing again. And the other thing that I noticed after playing pickleball, I probably play maybe 6 to 8 games when I play. So I am whooped when I finish, and I get in the car and I drive home. And then as I park and get out of the car, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't move. Like my body's like, hey, everybody take a pause. And then for like 2 days, it's like, okay, girl, let's just, reflect. But since I started taking this product, man, like I'm saying, of course, I'm still a little bit sore, but the next day it's like, let's go. Let's go. And I'm like, yeah.
So here's the
Love
thing.
that.
I'm watching all this exuberance, and I'm thinking the way I know some of my listeners are, and I know some of them personally that are on the live feed, and I know the challenges that they have. I know the next question is, okay, so brother CJ is in the Bahamas, so is it that we can get this product now?
That's a great question. So, like I said, I didn't come down here just by happenstance. I came down here with a plan. I came here with an intention, and that is to make sure that my people have access to this product. So we have a great team of individuals, including Coach Kim, Dr. Seymour, Dr. Hyla, Pastor Paul Scavallo, and some others, and even some others in the States, where we're committed to making sure the people in Bahamas are successful. The linchpin for that, though, Empress, was that they are able to get the product right away. So I was blessed. My sister has a company called Coral Pharmaceuticals. They're in Freeport and
they're
in Nassau.
no, and they are on 6th Terrace in Centerville.
Right between Donald's Furniture and Centerville. You know exactly where it is. So that's where people can go and get it right even now.
Stop it.
Yes.
So it's here.
It's here. It's here. It's here. And so we are making it available to individuals. Because you know how babies go. They order something, they don't want it tomorrow.
So Sean, how you know CJ? Really? So this is your Dallas, Texas family in the house who we know well. He's with us just about every day, Sean Smith.
Okay. Yeah.
Right,
In fact, my daughter lives in Texas, Chantel.
He knows you, Sean. He knows you. So Coral Pharmaceuticals, 6th Terrace in Centerville.
That would be our distribution center. Yes.
And it's available today.
Available today. Yeah. But when they're open.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
So tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Yes. Now, here's the deal. A person will have to order it online, right? First, yeah, because it is a network marketing platform that the owner decided to use. He didn't want to continue with the retail that he did in Canada. Right? Okay. So he wanted to take a whole different. Why? Because it's too much money to introduce any product to a city or a country, because you have to pay for so much money in advertising and marketing, millions of dollars. And his mindset, which I love, was like, why pay these companies all this money when I can go what we know to be proven,
tried and proven,
is the word of mouth advertising. So that's why I decided to come with this platform, and I jumped on it.
So hold on. So you're saying that folks would have to order it online and pick up,
and then they're going to pick it up at Coral Pharmaceuticals.
So tell us where online.
Yeah. We're online. You can go. Well, first of all, you cannot become a member or an affiliate without being introduced by somebody else. I'm going to have all your listeners. I'm going to give you a couple of numbers.
Ooh,
okay.
So you got to be invited.
Have to be invited. This is a special thing, right? You just don't just don't walk into this party. You have to be invited, right?
You know, us babies, we crash parties.
I know. We'll get you all too, though. So I'm gonna throw this out here, and probably before the end of the show, I'll give it again.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Call. You can call if you are on WhatsApp. Call me directly, because if you go to Coral directly, they're going to transfer you to me anyhow, and then we as a team will work out how we position everyone, because we want everybody to be successful. That's the key. We're talking about the health aspect of this, but when I first came here, Empress, I saw Dr. Hyla, and he said two things to me. He said, CJ, where have you been? What do you have to offer me? Our people are hurting physically and their health and their wellness, but they're broke. He said, how can we get some money into these people's pocket? And so we have a system where a person, I'm not going to go through it now because it's going to take some training, but we're committed every week to be available for people to call us, for us to help them share this with other people that they don't know, to make sure they get all the training they need, all the information they need. I'm committed to doing additional ads and promotion. I'll be back every few months to hopefully be on your show again. And that's what we're committing to do, because we want people to know that we're serious about people getting well physically and financially. And so the product is going to be available right here. They can call me at 224, if they have WhatsApp.
Everybody got WhatsApp.
224-730-0925, or they can call Coral Pharmaceuticals, and then they'll transfer you to me. And that number is 328 3794. That's 328-3794. Now, I will say this, Coach Kim and Dr. Seymour, they both, I want them to give their numbers as well, because again, we're working as a team.
Okay,
And
real
so
quick.
if you have a technical question, of course, Dr. Seymour will be one. If you have information and systems, because Coach Kim is great at the back office, she's great at showing people how they can collect their money. We're working together to make sure everybody have what they need to be successful, Empress, and that's our goal.
All right, so Dr. Seymour, I'll start with you real quick for your number. I'm going to have to invite you guys back because we're way out of time, but I definitely want the information out there. Why are we not hearing him?
He's muted, probably.
Oh, you're muted.
Here we go. Here we go. 1 + 647 615 1920. And my email is drseymour, SEYMOUR, 1920 @gmail.com. And I think that's suffice for now, because I know everything else will happen once CJ gets everything in his hands. So that's me. Thank you, Empress.
Coach Kim?
Yes. My WhatsApp number is 443-415-0033. You can reach my Gmail and just mention Bahamas, and we'll get it taken care of. And that's real simple. Coach Kim 24/7. Coach Kim 24/7 @gmail.com.
Thank you, Raisa, for putting it up on the board. You can tell a school teacher anyway. They always want to.
Yeah. Empress, can I just say that I'm on WhatsApp as well as Dr. Seymour.
Okay. All right. So listen, CJ, we got to do this again real soon. Yeah. But in the meantime, we thank you so much for the information, at least the introduction. To greatness.
Yes.
As you know, like I said, you're here, you've seen it, you've got the bird's eye view to what's happening here at home in terms of our wellness and our lack of. So thank you so much for this. All the numbers are on the screen, folks. So you guys listening, you can always rewatch the show, get the numbers, and get to wellness. All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Absolute
it's a pleasure.
To meet you.
And thank you so much for having us.
It's just the beginning.
Continued success, everyone.
All right. Thank you both.
Thank you.
And of course, to you guys, thank you so much. Top of the hour, 5 o'clock. You drive at 5 with yours truly, and DJ AI comes your way.
Treatment centers of
get those ads up. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice.
Coach Kim and Dr. Seymour, we will be doing this again real soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think what I can do I'll tell you off here. I'll tell you off here.
Okay.
So I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Kim. Thanks, Dr. Seymour. Now I'll be calling you guys in about half an hour. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
One more. I'm working you guys today.
Yeah.